Hi everyone, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're talking about a topic that gets thrown around a lot in dating advice, and that is tests. If you've been online long enough, you've probably seen people describe tests like they're always a manipulative trap, as if women are scheming to sort of make men fail. And yes, sometimes testing can come from a toxic or unhealthy place, but a lot of the time, it's just a natural part of dating and figuring out if someone is right for you. Think about it like a job interview. You wouldn't hire someone without seeing how they work under pressure, whether they're a cultural fit, and if they actually have the skills that they claim to have. Dating is similar in the sense that both people are observing, learning, and looking for signs of compatibility. So today I'm going to share 7 common ways women might test you and why they're not always a bad thing. This isn't about teaching you how to beat the test. It's just helping you understand where she's coming from so that you can respond authentically and confidently. The first thing here is she observes how you react under pressure. Now, why this matters is because your ability to stay grounded when things go wrong is one of the clearest indicators of your emotional stability. And emotional stability is one of the top traits that great women look for in a long-term partner. This one often happens without her even realizing that she's doing it. She's not sitting there with a mental checklist thinking, okay, let's see how he handles a crisis. But when life throws even a small curveball your way, she's going to notice your response because those little moments can reveal a lot about your character. It could be something so small like the restaurant gets your order wrong, your Uber cancels last minute, or the movie that you were planning to see is suddenly sold out. These aren't make it or break it situations on their own, but they can be telling. Why? Because small inconveniences are often a preview of how you might react to bigger challenges later down the road. Things like financial stress, family issues, unexpected changes in life plans. Life can throw a ton of different things your way. And here's the thing, anyone can be fun, charming, and easygoing when the evening is going exactly as planned. That's the easy part, but the real insight into your temperament comes when the script changes. Do you get flustered, start blaming the waiter, the app, even her for picking this place? Or do you keep your cool, pivot to an alternative, and maybe even make it part of the fun? You don't need to fake being zen. Women can usually pick up on false composure. Instead, just focus on shifting your mindset in the moment. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week? Will this matter tomorrow? If not, laugh it off, offer an alternative plan, and keep moving forward. You'll not only save the date, you'll leave her with the impression that you are adaptable, mature, and grounded, qualities that almost always leave a lasting mark, and rightfully so. The second thing here is she watches how you treat people who cannot benefit you. How you treat strangers and service workers is often the most accurate reflection of how you'll treat her when the novelty fades. She's not just paying attention to how you treat her, she's noticing how you interact with the waiter, the rideshare driver, the cashier at the coffee shop, or even strangers that you pass by on the street. These seemingly small interactions speak volumes about your default level of respect for other people, especially people who cannot or are not doing anything for you. If you're polite, patient, kind, even when there's nothing in it for you, it signals that you value people for who they are, not just for what they can give you. On the other hand, if you're short-tempered, dismissive, or impatient with someone in a service role, it's a glaring red flag. She knows that basic decency isn't something that you can just turn on for people you're trying to impress. If it's not part of your character, it will eventually show up in other areas, including how you treat her when the honeymoon phase is over. Now, this isn't about putting on a kindness performance just because she's watching. Most people can sense when it's fake. It's about genuinely living in alignment with the kind of person that you want to be, whether anyone notices or not. That authenticity will naturally come through in your actions. Number 3, she brings up a value-based topic to see where you stand. Shared values are the backbone of long-term compatibility, and she's trying to figure that out before the feelings get too deep. At some point early on, she may casually or not so casually bring up a topic like kids, marriage, career goals, finances, religion, lifestyle choices. For some guys, I think this can feel like an interrogation, but more often than not, it's just smart dating. She's trying to see if your visions for the future are compatible because core value mismatches almost always become deal breakers later, no matter how strong the chemistry is in this moment. If you want to travel the world for the next decade and she's dreaming of buying a house and settling down in one city within the next 2 years, that's not a failed test. It's just an honest sign that you might not be the right fit for each other. I would strongly recommend answering honestly, even if you think it might not be what she necessarily wants to hear. The right person will appreciate your authenticity, and even if it means parting ways, you'll both have saved time and emotional energy. Number 4, she sees how you handle boundaries. Your response to boundaries is one of the fastest ways to gauge your respect for her. Boundaries are important, and not just in dating. If she sets a boundary, whether it's about physical intimacy, how often she can text you, needing alone time, or not wanting to discuss a certain topic yet, she's going to watch how you respond. Your reaction says a lot. Do you respect the boundary without complaint? Do you try to negotiate or push past it? Or do you take it personally and make her feel guilty and blow a fuse and lash out? Your response matters. Boundaries aren't meant to be power plays. They're a way of creating mutual respect and protecting both people's comfort levels. I think for many women, this is a deal breaker test, even if they don't necessarily call it that. If you can't handle a small boundary now, she's going to wonder how you'll handle bigger, more sensitive ones later. So what you can do here is see boundaries not as obstacles, but as opportunities to show respect and emotional maturity. Responding with patience and understanding is going to build trust and communicate that you value her as a person, not just a sort of goal to win. Number 5, she watches how you handle her success or attention from other people. Your reaction to her wins or outside attention reveals your level of confidence and security. This one doesn't get talked about nearly enough, but it's important. If she gets a promotion at work, earns recognition for something that she's accomplished, or even just receives a compliment from someone else, she's quietly noting your reaction. Why? Because these moments reveal your level of security and your capacity to be a true significant other. Can you celebrate her wins without making them all about you? Can you trust her enough not to spiral into jealousy when someone else notices her? A lot of the time, insecure reactions here can lead to controlling behavior later down the road. A secure, confident man will recognize that her achievements and the attention that she gets don't diminish him in any way. They reflect the fact that he's with someone valuable and worth admiring. It should be flattering to him too. So be genuinely happy for her. Show her that you see her success as a shared victory, not a threat. A healthy relationship is one where both people's wins are celebrated equally. Number 6, she checks if you listen to the details that she's shared. Remembering details signals that you're truly present, and for most women, feeling heard is a cornerstone of feeling valued. This isn't about playing a gotcha game. It's about gauging whether you've actually been present when she talks to you. She might casually reference her favorite coffee order, the name of her childhood pet, or an upcoming trip that she mentioned earlier, just to see if it sort of rings a bell. For many women, feeling heard is one of the most important ways that they feel valued. If you're forgetting key things that she has shared about herself, it could come across as disinterest, even if that's not your intention. So when she shares something personal, make a mental note because you care, not because you're trying to rack up good boyfriend points or brownie points. Remembering and following up on the little details shows that you're genuinely engaged and invested in getting to know her. Number 7, she notices your consistency over time. Long-term trust isn't built on big romantic gestures. It's built on showing up in the same way, even when the honeymoon phase is over. Those early stages of dating are usually full of effort, thoughtful texts, planned dates, small surprises, but she's paying close attention to whether that energy stays once the newness sort of wears off. If you said that you're dependable, do your actions still reflect that when life gets busy? If you've said that you value communication, do you still check in even when you're no longer trying to impress her? Consistency doesn't mean being perfect. It means that your words and actions match over time. For most women, that's one of the strongest indicators of reliability and long-term potential. So keep showing up in the way that you've said you would. It's the small, steady actions, not occasional grand gestures, that build trust and attraction over the long haul. The word test often gets a bad reputation because it's framed as manipulative or like a game someone is trying to make you lose. But in healthy dating, most of these tests aren't traps at all. They're simply moments where a woman is observing if your actions and character align with what she's looking for in a significant other. And remember, you're testing her too. You're noticing her values, her behavior, how she treats you. The real difference between a healthy test and a toxic one is intention. So instead of thinking, she's testing me, I have to pass, shift your mindset to, this is just part of showing her the real me and figuring out if we're truly compatible. So guys, that is all I have for this one. If you liked it or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, also be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments too. Have you ever experienced anything that I mentioned in today's video? Are there other sort of tests that you've experienced in dating? Would just love to hear your personal experiences and stories down below if you're open to sharing per usual. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.